Welcome back, Bacho. And the day today is August 17, and let's start with the explained article. So, this is a good article when it comes to AI, and the reason I'm explaining this article because this can actually pop up in your GD somewhere. So, what I am going to tell you is you can make notes of such kind of articles, especially which comes in the explain section, क्योंकि ये section आपको pros, cons, challenges हर चीज़ के बारे में बताता है. So in a way you are actually preparing for your lecturate as well as your GD. ठीक है, and interview तो होता ही होता है. So what is this article talking about? Understand this, that this article discusses how AI agents, the AI systems that can do more than just answering the questions, they take actions and make decisions on behalf of the users. ठीक है. So for example, इन्होंने दे रखे हैं that an AI agent can actually search for information, they can book something, they can send you emails, they can make purchases, ठीक है, operate the softwares. So this is how they work on the complete multi-step tasks, ठीक है. And the main concern which is being drawn in this article is that the more autonomy, okay, the more autonomy we give to AI, the more important human controls actually become. Okay, so basically this article revolves around human control. Okay, so how important the human control is in this whole AI thing. So see, an AI agent may sometimes misunderstand your command, okay, and that can make incorrect decisions, and that can access your sensitive information as well. And sometimes it can take action that the user did not even actually intend to do. So the key argument here is that the most important question is no longer that what can AI do. The important question is, should AI be allowed to do this without human approval? Okay? And in your GDs, you have to ask such difficult questions for yourself. The article discusses the idea of delegation, right? So humans are handing over decision making to machines. Machines means AI. ठीक है. So इसमें एक उन्होंने important concept समझाने की कोशिश करी है, and that, let me just adjust it a bit. That concept is called human in the loop. ठीक है. So it talks about that for all the sensitive decisions, humans should retain the ability to monitor, to verify, and to override. ठीक है. Why this matters for India? देखो, because AI agents is improving the productivity, they are improving the government services, they are improving education, healthcare, businesses. But India as a country, we also need data protection. ठीक है. We need accountability, we need cyber security. ठीक है. We need responsible AI development. And if I want to conclude this article, all I will say is that AI should augment human intelligence, but it should not be replacing. ठीक है. Humans को replace तो नहीं कर सकती AI है. ठीक है. There are things जिसमें नहीं replace कर सकती है. So it should not replace human responsibility, and the greater the autonomy is given to AI, the stronger the need is for human oversight. ठीक है. We cannot give it all to the AI. Okay, so this is what is the crux of this article, and let's move on to the another one, to the editorial section. The editorial page of the Indian Express, and it talks about bring back E20 for older vehicles, work out food versus fuel trade-off. What is this article talking about? It is talking about E10. ठीक है. So अभी तक हमने E20 के बारे में सुना था. What is E10? E10 is the petrol in which you have 10% ethanol. Okay, in E20 you have 20% ethanol. So ethanol, okay, यहाँ पे और उसमें समझा देती हूँ. Ethanol is blended with petrol. ठीक है. So ethanol is blended with petrol to, किस लिए करते हैं blend? To reduce the dependence on crude oil. ठीक है. To reduce the fossil fuel consumption, to support the farmers, and to reduce the emissions. So these are the reasons why we are trying to get it Now let's understand what exactly is the problem. So this article is talking about older vehicles, that older vehicles may not be fully compatible, especially when it comes to the higher ethanol blend of the blending for the engines. So that is why there are concerns related to your fuel efficiency, related to your compatibility issue, related to the maintenance problem of. Okay, so that was my son. So this article therefore asks whether E10 should be brought back or it should be retained for older vehicles rather than pushing higher ethanols universally. ठीक है, क्या सब में वो कर देना चाहिए या नहीं करना चाहिए? ठीक है, so this is what the article is talking about, and the bigger issue here is food. Let me just okay. So the bigger issue which is talked about in this article is food versus fuel. Now what is this? देखो, ethanol can be produced from crops such as sugarcane, maize, okay, and some agriculture feedstocks. So the agricultural land and water is limited, right? So the policy question actually becomes that should crops be used for food or for fuel? एंड इसमें एक और सबसे बड़ा कंसर्न है एथेनॉल में, वो है वाटर. ठीक है, बिकॉज सम एथेनॉल फीड स्टॉक स्पेशली शुगर केन आर वेरी वेरी वाटर इंटेंसिव. ठीक है, तब उससे क्या हो जाता है, वाटर इंटेंसिव होते हैं. तो बेसिकली जब आप जितना एथेनॉल बनाओगे उतना ज़्यादा पानी खर्च होगा, उतना ही ज़्यादा आपका फूड प्रोडक्ट्स भी खर्च हो रहे हैं. सो ऑल इन ऑल, डोंट यू थिंक दैट वी आर पोटेंशियली पुटिंग मोर प्रेशर ऑन आवर लैंड एंड आवर वाटर? एंड एज अ कंट्री, डू यू थिंक it is going to work in a long term? Are we actually ready for that? ठीक है, and why India need the ethanol, this thing that I have already mentioned it to you. But remember this, that such kind of policies needs balance. ठीक है, so the article tells how lower reversible evidence based blending choices should be made rather than blindly increasing the ethanol targets. And to conclude, I will tell you this, कि जो इंडिया की ethanol policy है, this is not simply energy question now. It is actually something related to food security, it is related to water security, it is related to farmers का हमारा क्या है, income, environment, everything is important. But remember this, at the end we have to, I mean, we should be doing something in which we are making fuel for which we should not be very very dependent on the foreign countries. ठीक है, क्योंकि when we have wars like Iran war, which is such a long war which has been ongoing since February, it becomes so difficult for countries like India to import. ठीक है, तो ये सारे आइडियाज़ ठीक है बच्चों, बट नाउ टेल मी दिस कि आपने हॉर्मोज भी बंद कर दिया है. ठीक है, आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू एन अनदर पॉइंट ऑफ ओपिनियन so that when you know, you should know this point of opinion also, that why is government trying to push this one. देखो, बाबिल मंदेब जो था वो हुतीज़ ने बंद कर दिया है. अब जब ये दोनों चीज़ें बंद हो गई हैं, तो अगर हम अफ्रीका से घुमा के लाएंगे तेल, तो डोंट यू थिंक द प्राइसेस विल बी टू हाई? द प्राइसेस विल बी टू हाई, तो इन्फ्लेशन बढ़ेगा. तो आई मीन एट द एंड द कंट्री हैज़ टू लुक फॉर देयर इंटरेस्ट एंड दे हैव टू एक्चुअली स्टार्ट थिंकिंग कि लॉन्ग टर्म में ये चीज़ें कैसे चलेंगी. तो देखो, गवर्नमेंट का आइडिया गलत नहीं है टू फाइंड आउट समथिंग, बिकॉज बहुत आसान है एज ए गवर्नमेंट प्राइसेस बढ़ा देना एंड लेट पीपल फेस इट, बट टू लुक फॉर कोर प्रॉब्लम्स का सोल्यूशन, दैट इज़ व्हाट इज़ वेरी difficult, and that's what they are trying to achieve. So I think as citizens of the country, we should be also kind of helping them out rather than just pulling it all down. ठीक है, so हमारे जितने सेंटर्स हैं या जितने रिसर्च डेवलपमेंट इंस्टीट्यूट्स हैं, उनको कुछ ना कुछ करना चाहिए. दे शुड बी समथिंग विच शुड बी डन, राइट, rather than just focusing on the problem. We have to focus on the solution as well. The next article is also on the editorial page, in which the author talks about Assam floods are not only stories of river vagaries. So what is this talking about? The article is actually talking about Assam floods here, and how it should not be simply seen as consequence of heavy rainfall. ठीक है, इसमें there are structural reasons, and that is what we are trying to discuss, and it has got some why Assam particularly is so vulnerable when it comes to the flood thing. So understand this, that first of all क्या क्या issues हैं. Brahmaputra river system, ठीक है, that is one of the major thing, ठीक है. And second is heavy monsoon rainfall, ठीक है. Third is large plains, right? Then we do know about the erosion and everything which is happening, and because of that there is changing river channels, and the Brahmaputra, it is being mentioned here, इसमें बता रखा है, ठीक है, that how Brahmaputra is highly dynamic and carries enormous water amounts of water and sand, ठीक है, sand or sediment. So because of the human activities the vulnerability has actually increased, ठीक है. क्या कर रहे हैं, what is, ये देखो यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है, loss of forest deepened when mid-20th techno-bureaucratic campaign to build embankments set out. So loss of forests is one reason. Second is encroachment. Third is हम ऑल्ट्रिकेशन करते जा रहे हैं इनटू द नेचुरल ड्रेनेज, ठीक है. इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट बहुत सारी हो रही है, ठीक है. सो ये सारी जो चीज़ें हैं दे आर एक्चुअली समथिंग which is increasing the vulnerability, and these can reduce the landscape's natural ability to absorb the water. Now understand this, that instead of asking only how to stop flood, we have to actually ask ourselves that how do we live more safely when it comes to the flood prone areas of the river systems. So this actually means that we need to do or take a few steps. First we need to restore our wetlands, okay? We need to protect our forest, we need early warning systems, right? We need better drainage systems, we need disaster preparedness, we need river management. So these are the things which cannot be ignored again and again, right? So the conclusion is that Assam's floods are combination of your natural geography plus human induced vulnerability, दोनों का mix है. Disaster management must therefore just, you should not be just focusing on relief. So relief के अलावा you have to do prevention, okay? You have to build a ecosystem based management where you are actually working on stopping it rather than बाद में relief system करने के बजाय, ठीक है. This is the article on the main page of the Indian Express today. It actually says Bangladesh to India. They want India that we should be sending Hasina back. Now, what is the whole issue here? Bangladesh has been asking India to extradite Sheikh Hasina, who is currently in India, and the Bangladesh government says that it wants her handed over under the bilateral extradition treaty, ठीक है, ये वर्ड याद रखना बच्चों. So the issue has actually now become one of the important point in India-Bangladesh relationships आज की डेट में, ठीक है, क्योंकि बांग्लादेश बोलता है उनको वापस भेजो and we have to cooperate on the extradition framework. Bangladesh considers this as a major issue and they actually want response from New Delhi. But India का जो position है in this whole scenario is that we have indicated that it needs to consider the matter, and we have also maintained that there is no role in Hasina's public statements from India, and that is why as a country India is trying to balance the treaty plus bilateral relations plus politics plus humanitarian angle, ठीक है. एंड आपको लगता है कि ये पहली बार हुआ है कि जब दूसरी कंट्री का लीडर एक कंट्री में आके रह रहा है. So you can pick up the history and you can see how many times this has been done and how many times friendly countries give place to the people, especially to the leaders of different countries. So देखना रशिया ने कितनी बार दिया है, ठीक है. So it is something which has been ongoing since a very long time, and it's not something which India is doing out of the blue, right? Now this is the editorial of The Hindu. And काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग आर्टिकल ये वाला. सो It is talking about that India is losing West Asia, but it is not too late. That is what the gentleman is saying here. Now, what is he mentioning? He is mentioning that the West Asia is undergoing a major geopolitical realignment. क्या हो रहा है अभी वहाँ पे? So India's influence. So he has mentioned in this paragraph that कैसे पहले इंडिया का influence was significantly improving in the last decade, but now again we are facing the pressure. So India has maintained relations with Israel, Iran, Saudi Arabia, UAE and US simultaneously. Now, so why is situation changing now? Because the US-Israel conflict with Iran is actually reshaping the whole regional alliances, and all the Gulf countries are questioning the reliability of traditional US security umbrella which was being given to countries there. ठीक है, जो जितने मिलिट्री बेसिस से उसकी बात हो रही है. So countries are considering whether to engage with Iran or adopt a stronger deterrence. अब इन सारी चीज़ों में ना पाकिस्तान is gaining new diplomatic relevance because of the relations Pakistan is maintaining with Iran, Gulf state and US. ठीक है, and because of that only they are doing the job of mediator. Now, why is this a challenge for India? Because India simply aligning with Israel and UAE, because that could complicate the relations with Iran and Saudi Arabia. This is what the gentleman feels. Okay, doesn't mean that you have to actually align with whatever he is saying. Okay, because I kind of don't agree much that India cannot simply align with Israel and UAE. ठीक है, so अभी इसराइल से हम इतना ज़्यादा लाइन क्यों करते हैं? बिकॉज इसराइल हैज़ हेल्प्ड अस इन सो मैनी वेज. ठीक है, तो ऐसा नहीं होता ना कि जियो पॉलिटिक्स में भी या फिर दिस थिंग एनी कंट्री विच हैज़ बीन देयर फॉर यू फॉर सो लॉन्ग. आई मीन हाउ कैन यू जस्ट let them go, forget them. So Iran remains strategically important for India because of Chabahar and because of access to the Central Asia, and UAE and Saudi Arabia. They are very, very vital when it comes to trade, when it comes to investment, energy. अपने जितने लोग हैं डायस्पोरा है वहाँ पे उनके इंटरेस्ट के लिए. सो इंस्टेबिलिटी इज थ्रेटनिंग द इंडियन शिप्स ऑल्सो थ्रू हॉर्मूज और बब एल मंदेब. ठीक है, नाउ व्हाट इज दिस आर्टिकल एक्चुअली टॉकिंग अबाउट कि क्या करना चाहिए. सो ही जो 2-3 स्टेप्स इन्होंने बताए वो मैं आपको यहाँ लिख के बता देती हूँ. पहला, वी शुड बी मूविंग अवे फ्रॉम रिएक्टिव डिप्लोमेसी. ठीक है, एंड वी शुड बी इन प्रोएक्टिव रीजनल एंगेजमेंट. ठीक है, बट some you have to ask this question to yourself, that is it okay to poke your nose in everything? I mean, do you really think it's important? ठीक है, this is my opinion. So that is how you have to make your opinion also. बच्चों, doesn't mean कि एक आर्टिकल में लिखा है तो आपको उसी से अग्री कर जाना है. ठीक है, तो आपको अपने ओपिनियंस भी बनाने हैं. इंडिया को स्ट्रैटेजिक ऑटोनॉमी तो मेंटेन करनी चाहिए मल्टी अलाइनमेंट के साथ साथ. ठीक है, दिस इज़ व्हाट इज़ बीइंग सेड हियर. इसके अलावा वी हैव टू स्ट्रेंथन द रिलेशंस विद ईरान, विद सऊदी, विद यूएई, विद इज़राइल, इजिप्ट साइमल्टेनियसली. उसके अलावा वी हैव टू सपोर्ट अरब इरानियन डायलॉग. ठीक है, एंड वी हैव टू इंक्रीज द मैरीटाइम सिक्योरिटी कोऑपरेशन एंड द मिलिट्री एक्सरसाइजेज विद ऑल दीज कंट्रीज. ठीक है, एंड एक और चीज़ इसमें बोली है दैट वी हैव टू सेंड अ स्पेशल envoy or somebody who can actually maintain the diplomatic engagement with these countries. ठीक है, सो ये सारी जो चॉइसेस हैं वो इस चॉइसेस वाले सेक्शन में बता रखी हैं फॉर इंडिया. सो देखो, द कोर टेक अवे फॉर द आर्टिकल इज दैट इंडिया शुड नॉट चूज अ कैंप इन वेस्ट एशिया. इट शुड प्रिजर्व इनफ स्ट्रैटेजिक स्पेस टू वर्क विद ऑल द प्लेयर्स while protecting its own interest. ठीक है, so this is what the article is saying. Now in the world news, बच्चों, there are few of them which is what they're saying. So Ukraine has again carried out heavy launches against Russia, and they have this time actually targeted steel plants. So understand this, that how this war is now. ये तो यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है. ठीक है, steel producer. So what is happening is now both the countries have started targeting agriculture sites, steel industries, they are targeting oil refineries. ठीक है, so how much it is becoming dangerous now. जब आप ये चीज़ें अटैक करने लगते हो ना बच्चों, तो यू आर एक्चुअली अटैकिंग द कॉमन मैन, है ना. जितने लोग अभी आप एग्रीकल्चर कर रहे हो अटैक, तो फूड इज़ बिकमिंग प्राइसी देयर. ठीक है, ऑयल रिफाइनरीज को अटैक कर रहे हो तो अगेन इट इज़ इफेक्टिंग योर फूड इन्फ्लेशन एंड इन्फ्लेशन ओवरऑल. ठीक है, स्टील इंडस्ट्रीज इज़ अगेन. सो सी हाउ वॉर्स के जो फेजेस हैं ना वो चेंज होते रहते हैं एंड हाउ मच इट स्टार्ट्स अफेक्टिंग एवरी वन एल्स अराउंड यू. ठीक है, नाउ this is actually a picture which I wanted you all to have a look at. ठीक है, look at the child here. ठीक है, they all are children. They might look little grown up, but I can promise you they are around 14 से 18 के बीच में ही हैं ये बच्चे. ठीक है, so you might sit in a room where you have a fan, where you don't like studying, where you feel like कि भाई मेरे से पढ़ाई नहीं हो रही है, ये पढ़ना क्यों है. These kids do not have that choice बच्चों. इनके पास वो choice नहीं है कि इन्हें इस माइनिंग वाली जगह पे, दिस इज़ ऑफ कॉन्गो बेसिकली, तो इनके पास वो choice नहीं है कि हम पढ़ लें या हम ये कर लें या हम माइनिंग में काम कर लें. They have to do this if they want food or if they want to protect their families. ठीक है, so remember this, that if you are getting to sit in a room and study, it's a privilege. And if you have not seen my video, studying is a privilege, go and watch it. ठीक है, and study, because you are born in a place where you can choose to study and not do this. I will see you tomorrow again. Bye bye.